Students, today we will be starting with rotational motion, fourth lecture. In this lecture, we will be studying well of death and conical pendulum. First of all, directly going to well of death. First of all, we will try to brush up whatever we have studied in a previous lecture, which is the base of this well of death. So let's start. We have already seen that whenever the vehicle is at minimum speed, we keep the limit of the minimum speed of the vehicle as 0. Why do we do so? Why do we keep the minimum speed as 0? The main intention of us is that whenever car is out of order, whenever the car is out of order or car is not working, then we will construct a road in such a manner that V mean is always equal to 0. So for velocity mean equal to 0, the condition is that coefficient of static friction's value should be always greater than tan theta. Coefficient of static friction's value should be always greater than tan theta, and theta's value or the angle of banking should be greater than or equal to 45 degree. Angle of banking should be greater than or equal to 45 degree. If the angle of banking is less than 45 degree, then this condition will not be possible. Means the vehicle will not be able to rest. Okay, we will try to understand V means 0 again in the next two slides. Okay, so whatever formula we have derived for velocity minimum, is applicable only when angle of banking is very small. Are you able to understand? Velocity V mean is possible only when angle of banking is very small. If the angle of banking is very big, then V mean is equal to 0 is not possible. Means velocity mean is equal to 0 is not possible. You will understand this concept in the next slide. This is a well of depth which we will try to understand, as well as we have to find the speed at which the vehicle is moving. Okay, these are the two well of depth. Now suppose we have banked a road at an angle 10 degree. We have banked a road at an angle of 10 degree. Now we have kept a vehicle over here. Whenever the road is banked at 10 degree, the vehicle can rest over there. The vehicle can be resting means what? V mean is equal to 0 is possible when angle theta is equal to 10 degree. At the next case, we have increased the angle to 30 degree. We have increased the banked angle to 30 degree. At that condition also, V mean is equal to 0 was possible. Why? Because vehicle was able to rest at this angle as well. But if we increase the angle to 45 degree, like we have already studied in the previous slide, if we increase the angle to 45 degree, what will happen? The vehicle will just start moving in a backward direction. What does it state us? That V mean is not equal to 0 in this case, or V mean is equal to 0 is not possible in this case. Means vehicle cannot rest whenever the angle is 45 degree. Vehicle cannot rest at an angle 45 degree. Now, if we again increase the angle, okay, we will generalize whatever we have studied. First of all, whenever the angle is 0 means it is a straight line, then vehicle will stop and everything will be possible. V mean will be 0, it will be possible. Now, if we increase the angle to 30 degree, then also velocity minimum was possible. Now if we increase the angle to 45 degree, then V mean is equal to 0 is not possible. Not possible means what? Vehicle will start moving backward. So vehicle cannot take rest whenever the angle is 45 degree. Now if we further increase the angle means what? Greater than 45 degree, 60 degree, 90 degree, whatsoever. Then naturally the car will move in a downward direction or the vehicle will fall in a downward direction. I hope up till here the concept is clear, whatever I have explained. Next one, I have increased the angle to 60 degree. I have increased the angle to 60 degree. Means what? Car is not able to rest over here. So V mean is not equal to 0. Velocity mean is not equal to 0. Means vehicle should be traveling with some sort of speed in order for moving over here. As soon as the speed comes to 0, the vehicle will start moving in a backward direction. Similarly, whenever the angle is 90 degree again, then the vehicle will naturally fall in a backward direction. Now, what is well of death? Well of death is actually a banked road. Well of death is actually a banked road at which angle is banked at an angle 90 degree. At which road is banked at an angle 90 degree. Okay, so what is a well of death? It is a road, banked road, at which angle is always 90 degree. So we'll see this slide now. Now if we bank the road at 90 degree, so if we put the vehicle, then obviously it will slide downwards. If we put any vehicle over here, naturally it will slide downwards. Over here or anywhere on the cylinder, it will slide downwards. So if we keep the car at any location, car will slide downwards. So we have to know, so what is our main aim over here? Why we are studying this well of depth? We want to know the speed at which whenever the vehicle will be traveling through this well of depth, what is the minimum speed that would be required for the vehicle to travel to this well of depth without skidding downwards, so that the vehicle will be easily able to move at this well of depth. So we have to find that speed. हम लोग क्या कर रहे हैं यहाँ पे, वो स्पीड ढूंढ रहे हैं जिस स्पीड से वेल ऑफ डेप्थ में आराम से कोई भी गाड़ी चला सकता है. ओके, विदाउट स्लाइडिंग डाउनवर्ड्स. दिस इज अ मेन थिंग. Without sliding downwards, whenever the vehicle will be moving in this circular manner, the vehicle will not be sliding downwards. So we have to find that speed. This is a which type of axis? This is a horizontal circular axis. This is a horizontal circular axis. Okay, this is a horizontal circular axis. Now again we will generalize. Whenever the angle was in between 0 to 45 degree or less than 45 degree, the car was able to stop. But whenever the angle was greater than 45 degree, the car was not able to stop. So car was sliding downwards, and there was some sort of minimum speed required in order for the car to be at motion. The car should be always at motion whenever the angle is greater than 45 degree. So well of death is a road in which the road is banked at a 90 degree. What is well of death? It is a road at which angle of the road is banked at 90 degree. Angle of the road is banked at an angle 90 degree. So today we will find the speed. So today what we'll be doing? We'll be finding the speed at which the car can be driven and the car will not be skidding downwards. So what we'll be finding? We will find the speed of the car at which the car will not be skidding and the car will able to move by that well of death very easily. Okay, so this is again, see, whenever the car is over here, imagine this as a car and a person is standing over here. As a person is standing, so which type of reference is it? It is a non-inertial frame of reference. Sorry, it is an inertial frame of reference. Why it is called inertial frame of reference? Because velocity is equal to 0. This person is standing. As this person is standing, he is in inertial frame of reference. As he is inertial frame of reference, V is equals to 0. So he will see this car over here. You might be knowing there is some sort of friction being created between the tires and the cylindrical surface. See, this is a wooden cylindrical surface. This full is a wooden cylindrical surface which is banked at an angle 90 degree from all the sides. This whole surface is banked at an angle 90 degree from all the sides. Okay. So there is a friction being generated between the tires of the vehicle and the cylindrical surface. Okay, both are acting. Now the downward force mg is there. Downward force mg is there. Downward force of the vehicle has been felt in a downward direction. But this mg is balanced by Fr. mg is balanced by Fr. What is Fr? Can you tell me? Fr is a frictional force. Fr is a frictional force. Like in a previous lecture, I have already stated, whenever the vehicle is moving in a forward direction, whenever any object is moving in a forward direction due to force applied, there is a frictional force being felt in opposite direction. There is a frictional force being felt in opposite direction, just opposite to the motion of the object. Are you able to understand? This vehicle's weight has been felt downward direction, so frictional force has been felt in opposite direction. As the weight wants to pull the vehicle downwards in a downward direction, so frictional force opposes the relative motion. So frictional force, what does frictional force do? It opposes the relative motion of the vehicle downwards. Okay, so frictional force has been felt upwards. As weight of the vehicle has been felt downwards, so frictional force has been felt upwards. Now, well of depth. At this point, if you consider this point, vehicle is in contact with the surface, and even with the contact, see, whenever the vehicle is in contact with the surface, or whenever you are sitting also, there is a normal force created, which will be perpendicular to you. So naturally, normal force will be created, which will be perpendicular over here. Okay, now consider a person standing. Like I have already said, we are considering a person standing over here. As person is standing, so he is able to see this thing happening. Okay, he is able to see this normal reaction force acting on the vehicle. He is able to see normal reaction force acting on the vehicle. So he can see that the weight mg is balanced by the friction. Weight mg is balanced by the friction. These two are balancing each other. These two are balancing each other, and normal reaction force and centripetal force are in same direction. You can see this whenever the object will be moving in a circular manner. The force due to which it is moving in a circular manner and the force which is directed towards the center is called as centripetal force. You have studied in the previous slide as well, previous lectures as well. The force due to which it is directed towards the center while moving in a circular manner, it is called as centripetal force. You will see that centripetal force and normal reaction force are in same direction. Centripetal force and normal reaction force are in same direction. So what we can write, N is equals to CPF, means centripetal force, and centripetal force formula, that is mv square upon r. That is what? mv square upon r. So we will see, but the weight of the vehicle, this is important condition, weight of the vehicle should always be smaller than, the weight of the vehicle should always be smaller than the frictional static force. The weight of the vehicle should be always smaller than the frictional force or static force, which is always downward force. Try to understand. The weight of the vehicle is over here and frictional force is this one. So if the weight of the vehicle is greater than the frictional force, what will happen? This vehicle will fall downwards. Weight of the vehicle, if it is greater than the frictional force, this vehicle will fall downwards. So in order to prevent this, frictional force is always kept greater than or equal to weight of this force. Okay, so this is the condition FL, but FL force can also be written as mu into N, where mu is a coefficient of static friction. What is mu over here? Coefficient of static friction, and N is a normal reaction force. N is what? Normal reaction force. And F is what? Static friction. F is what? Static friction, or static friction is also called limiting value. Like I have already explained that whatever static friction has been created, it goes on changing, but it is a limited value. Its value cannot be raised to infinity. Its values cannot be raised to infinity. After certain value, it goes on providing it. Okay, so mu n. Over here, N can be substituted from the previous slide. N's value we have already got, that N was mv square upon r, means N was equal to centripetal force. We can substitute the value of N over here. And so after substituting, as well as we are already knowing that FL is smaller than, mg is smaller than or equal to FL. So we can substitute mg as it is. Mg we can substitute as it is over here. And in place of FL, what we can substitute? Mu into N. But mu into n, in place of n, what we can write? mv square upon r. So over here you will see both the type, in both the places m and m are there, so we can cancel out m. What is left? G is smaller than or equal to mu v square upon r. But we want formula in terms of v. We want formula in terms of v. So what we'll be doing? We'll be keeping v square over here only. We'll be taking r upstairs in the numerator and mu will be going in the denominator. So what we'll be getting? Gr upon mu is smaller than or equal to v square. But we want to remove this square root sign, a square sign. For removing the square sign, what we'll be doing? We'll be taking square root from both the sides, from here also and here also. So this square root sign and square sign will be getting cancelled. So ultimately what will be left? That is v is equals to, root gr upon mu is smaller than or equal to v. So this is a minimum speed. What is this? This is a minimum speed with which whenever the vehicle will be moving from the well of death, they will be able to move very easily, as well as the vehicle will not be sliding downwards. Vehicle will not be sliding downwards. Over here g is the acceleration due to gravity, r is the radius of the well of death, and mu is a coefficient of static friction. You will see in this formula, that is independent of the mass of the vehicle. That is independent of the mass of the vehicle. What does it states us? That in a well of death, it is not only restricted to two-wheelers, cycle or motorcycle. We can also run a truck or any object with the help of this formula, because it is independent of mass. It will be repeated in the next slide as well. So over here, this formula what we have got just now. This is a formula what we have got just now. So if one wants to drive a vehicle in a well of death, then this is a speed with which the vehicle should be driven. This is a speed with which the vehicle should be driven, so that the vehicle should not fall downwards. So that the vehicle should not be falling downwards, and it's independent of the mass of the vehicle. Like I have already stated, this formula is independent of the mass of the vehicle, like we have already seen previously. Thus mass was getting cancelled. So you can drive a bike, car or anything with the speed. It is irrelevant of what mass you are taking. Okay. Now this is the next topic, which will be starting with a conical pendulum. See, conical pendulum, for making you understand, I have given an example of pendulum clock, which is performing simple pendulum, which is performing simple oscillation, and this is the oscillation which is we will be talking about. This is called as a conical pendulum. What is this called as? Conical pendulum. Whenever the bob of this pendulum rotates, it forms a cone. It forms what? Cone. So the name is conical pendulum. What is the name been given? Conical pendulum. You will see that whenever, take for example, this is a clamp. This is a clamp, and I have just stretched a string and I have attached a bob. The bob's weight will be felt downwards. The bob's weight will be felt downwards, and it will be equal to weight of it, that will be m into g. At the same time, the tension force or normal reaction force will be created in the opposite direction. Tension force will be created in the opposite direction. Now try to see this. Whenever the bob is moving in a circular manner, the bob's weight will be felt in a downward direction. The bob's weight will be felt where? In a downward direction. Similarly, tension will be felt, but it will be felt in the opposite direction. Now see this diagram. This is a bob over here. Bob's weight is felt in a downward direction. At the same time, tension has been created in the opposite direction. Tension is created in the opposite direction. And over here, angle theta has been created. What is the angle created? It is angle theta. Okay. But you will see that this line AC, and this one, these two lines are parallel to each other. Even if it is not looking like parallel, my drawing is not that nice. These two lines are parallel to each other. So whenever these two lines are parallel to each other, and whenever we are getting in the form of Z, you will see that this we are getting in the form of Z. So what we can say, this angle and this angle are equal. This angle and this angle are equal. Why they are equal? Can you tell me? In last lecture we have already studied. it is called as alternate angle. These two angles are alternate angle. So similarly, if this angle is theta, so this angle will be also theta. Now we have already seen there is a tension component created. There is a tension created whenever the string is being attached. Whenever the string is attached, there is a tension created over here, as well as over here also tension has been created. But this tension can be resolved into two components. This tension can be resolved into two components. One is horizontal component, another one is vertical component. One is horizontal component, another one is vertical component. The horizontal component name has been given t sine theta, and vertical component name has been given t cos theta. Those who have seen my previous lecture, you might be knowing I have already stated one hint for learning cos theta. The component with theta is called as cos theta. You will see that this component is with theta. ये जो component है ये theta के साथ है. So therefore the name has been given t cos theta. You will see that this component is not having any theta. So the name is t sine theta. So the name is what given? T sine theta. Now take for example, I am sitting over here, or any person is sitting over here, and person is considered as a point object. Person is sitting like an insect over here, like an ant over here. So naturally there will be centrifugal force which will try to drag him in outside direction. There will be centrifugal force which will be dragging them in outward direction. This is one more formula for centrifugal force or centripetal force. There are 4 to 5 formulas which I have, those who have seen my first lecture, I have already stated 5 formulas related to centripetal force. I have already asked you to learn this all formulas. It is one of the formula. It is one of the formula. Okay. So t sine theta, you will see that again, whenever the object is moving in a circular manner, you can see this object, this pendulum is moving in a circular manner. There is a one force due to which it is always directed towards the center. That force is what called? Centripetal force. What is that force called? Centripetal force. You will see that t sine theta is in the direction of centripetal force. T sine theta is in the direction of centripetal force, as well as t sine theta is balancing centrifugal force. T sine theta is balancing centrifugal force. Okay, we will see now the next slide. Now we are considering conical pendulum is kept in a non-inertial frame. Non-inertial frame means what? We are considering a man sitting over here. Man is like an ant. So therefore, man is able to feel some sort of outward dragging force, that is centrifugal force. Okay. So again we will start. T sine theta is balancing what? Centrifugal force. So T sine theta is equal to centrifugal force. It has been written as CFF. इसको कैसे लिखा है? CFF, centrifugal force. Again, T cos theta, you will see that T cos theta is trying to balance the weight of the bob. T cos theta is trying to balance the weight of this bob. So T cos theta can be written as mg. T cos theta can be written as mg, as T cos theta is balancing the weight of this bob. Again, T sin theta is equal to CFF, that is mr omega square. Now if we divide equation 1 by equation 2, what will happen? M and M will get cancelled. M and M will get cancelled. So ultimately, if we try to prove it, wait, I will show how we are getting this formula over here. What we are getting? Tan theta. Okay, M and M is getting cancelled. Ultimately, we are left with what? R omega square upon G. But we want in terms of omega. Omega के form में चाहिए. So G will go over here. G will go with tan theta in the numerator, and R will go in the denominator. R will go in the denominator. And over here what we will be getting? That will be V square. यहाँ पे क्या मिलेगा? V square. But we want in terms of V, omega के form में चाहिए. किसके form में चाहिए? Omega के form में. So what we will be doing? We will be taking square root from both the sides. Taking square root from both the sides. So this square and this square root sign will get cancelled. This square root sign and square sign will be getting cancelled. So we will be left with omega is equals to root G tan theta upon R. So whenever this bob is moving, the angular, what is omega? Omega is angular velocity. Omega is what? Angular velocity. See, whenever the bob is moving in a circular manner, we will be expressing angular displacement, angular velocity, angular acceleration. So now we have what we have founded, angular velocity's formula, that is root g tan theta upon r. Next one, we are considering now this triangle. We are considering which type of triangle? We are considering this triangle. Okay, we are considering this triangle now. We are considering this triangle ABC. We are considering this triangle. Now, over here, triangle, over here bob is there. Bob is from year to year. Bob is from A to B. Bob is where? From A to B. So this can be written as H. इसको क्या लिख सकते हैं? H लिख सकते हैं. We can write this as H. This C to B can be written as R. C to B can be written as R. And A to C can be written as L. A to C can be written as L. We will be using all these things over here now. See again, over here to here is L, over here was R, and over here is H. Now, what we'll be doing, we'll be taking the ratios, trigonometric ratios, which we have already done in 10th standard. Tan theta. Tan theta is what? Tan theta can be written as O upon A, opposite upon adjacent. If this is theta, which is the opposite side of theta, that is R. So I have written R. Adjacent, which is adjacent to this theta, that will be H. So we have what we have written, tan theta is equal to R upon H. We will be substituting this value R upon H over here. We will be substituting this R upon H value over here. So what will happen? R upon H over here. So what will happen? Omega is equals to root G upon R into R upon H. So ultimately what will happen? This R and this R will get cancelled. So ultimately what will be left? Omega is equals to root G upon H. Omega is equals to root G upon H. But over here what we have got? We have got angular velocity. Angular velocity. Now we want to find out what? Time period. Now we want to find out time period. The relation between time period and omega is given by T is equal to 2 pi upon omega. So this is important in this chapter. You should be knowing all the formulas related to this one. T is equals to 2 pi upon omega. In place of omega, what we'll be doing? We'll be substituting this value. But omega is coming in the denominator. Omega is coming in the denominator. As it is coming in the denominator, full will be inverted. So over here H was in the denominator, G was in the numerator. It will go ulta. So over here what we'll be getting? T is equals to 2 pi root H upon G. This is the expression for time period. What is this showing? Expression for time period. Now, again we will be taking the same formula. We have got this relation, that is T is equals to 2 pi root H upon G. We have got this from this one, that is 2 pi upon omega. This is a formula as well, which you should be learning. Now we will be taking the ratios of cos theta. Cos theta is what? Adjacent upon hypotenuse. Adjacent upon hypotenuse. Over here you will see this is theta again, which is the adjacent side to this theta. This is H. H is the adjacent side. So we have written H over here. And which is the hypotenuse of this triangle? This bigger side, that is L. So I have written L, H upon L. We can take, we want value of H. We want the value of H. So I can take L over here. So what I will be getting? H is equals to L cos theta. H is equals to L cos theta. So we can substitute this full value over here. ये पूरा value हम लोग यहाँ पे substitute कर सकते हैं. After substituting, what will be getting? T is equals to 2 pi root L cos theta upon G. This is the time period we have got. But for finding the frequency, we are knowing what is the frequency? Number of oscillation completed in a second. Number of oscillation completed in a second. And what is time period? Total time required for its complete oscillation. So for finding the frequency, what we'll be doing? We will be dividing it by 1 upon T. So this whole will be going in the denominator. So frequency will be getting 1 upon 2 pi root G upon L cos theta. Thank you.